There you go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Bullet29 Gaming. My name is Bullet29. We're going to be doing our session, or our post-season for the Sacred Order. I'm doing a little bit better. My voice is a lot better, as you can probably tell. Been drinking some ginger, been drinking some, eating soup and things like that. Feel a lot better than I was before, as you can probably tell from the last episode that I did today. I hope everyone is enjoying their Wednesday. We're halfway through the week. Actually, we're over. It's actually, today is Thursday, if I'm correct. Yes. Yeah, today is Thursday. So it's actually almost towards the end of our week. I hope everyone is doing well. Before we get too much into this episode, I want to go over a couple of things first. There's a couple of things that have developed with a lot of our fellow streamers, or a lot of our fellow content creators across the world are going through something called the OGL for Witch of the Coast and Hasbro Company. For those of you who don't know, OGL is an open gaming license that was established back in 2000 with OGL 1.0. And it was a license that was a 300-word contract, essentially allowing content creators to be able to create and make money off of that using the foundational grounds of the 5e, or of the Witch of the Coast products. Within reason, obviously. You couldn't use exact names, you couldn't use exact products, you could use a vague likeness of it, but you couldn't use the actual characters or their spells and things like that. Back into December of 2022, I believe it was on the 15th of December 2022, a statement was released that there was going to be changes made to the OGL license that was established back over 2 decades ago. A lot of us didn't know what exactly that was. However, there was talks about a hefty increase on tightness of what could be done and the overall monetary growth that one could actually get from. Recently, over the last couple of days, people have started to get essentially copies of this OGL contract. And they have leaked it. This 30-page contract states that they have the right to take any product that they see fit with a 30-day notice, and they can just tell you, sorry, it's theirs. They also require you to pay a $25 or 25% royalty to them if you are making monetary growth from it. Now, this was confirmed by one official group, and I want to personally thank Kickstarter, who talked it down from 25 to 20%. Now, for those of you who don't know, when you talk about 25% or 20% royalty off of a product, you're not talking only just about the product itself. You're talking about the development. You're talking about the authoring of it. You're talking about the the artwork for it. You're talking about all this other stuff into it that goes into it. And ultimately, you could also have distribution of it and everything else like that. That's a lot. Now, where I'm getting on with this is the Order of the Wolf book series that I've been writing. As it stands right now, I'm going to be finishing my book and doing as much as I can before this OGA actually releases. However, it should be being released here in the near future, as they stated in the beginning, towards the end of the December 22 statement, the beginning of 2023. So I'm on a very tight schedule. This being said, I still do plan on trying to pursue to make the book as best as I can. And ultimately, in the end, I will continue to do what I am doing, as I have promised to you, my followers. It will be a difficult road, and I understand that. Hi, Leafy. But I feel that it is the best option until I figure out exactly what we're going to do moving forward. My publishers and I have already discussed this. We've already understand the legalityness of it. We understand the situation. But until a time comes where the OGL license has been put into play and revamped, I will continue to keep working on the progress of my second and third book. I'm not planning to change anything until that point in time. This OGL release that just happened in the last couple of days, when I mean the last couple of days, I mean the last 8 days. When statements came out from others that they have obtained a copy of it. I've been watching this very closely, and as a content creator and as somebody who's developing something a lot bigger, I want to make sure, one, I'm not setting myself up for legal issues. So, and I don't want something to create that we've created together to be taken away either. It belongs to you. It's the viewers. It's my players. And as the DM, it is my responsibility to guard and safely protect it from being taken. And I plan on doing that. And that is my promise. I know Curly's here right now. And Axis and Deadleaf is here. That's my promise to you guys. I promise to ensure that the content of this journey that you guys have all gone through in the last 6 months and moving forward is not taken away from you. And that's why I'm watching this very closely. So, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, my cast members, you are more than welcome to message me, DM me, or text me. For my viewers, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please make sure you go ahead and leave a comment down below. If you're on YouTube, make sure you just leave a comment down below. Make sure you hit that follow and subscribe button. If you're on Twitch, go ahead and leave a comment down below, and I'll have one of my moderators let me know, and I'll respond back to you. So, I want to open with that first. The second part that I'm going to say to you is today is going to be a little hard. I am going to allow a rule, and I will show that rule when the time comes, that I typically do not allow. And the reason why is because it is overpowered. But that is all I'm going to say. This is going to be the post-season for Season 2 of the Order of the Wolf Secret Order. And without any further ado, we are going to go ahead and open up into the video. And we'll see you back here in a second. All right, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Bullet 29. Let's see here. Make sure everything's good to go. What's going on? There we go. All right, we're good to go. All right. As you can tell, my throat is still a little. Well, hi, Coda. You want a piece of bread too? There you go. Have fun. Go sit down. Ouch, that's my finger. All right. So let's turn the wind down. The wind's down a little bit. The wind's a little high. Go sit down. All right. We're going to go ahead and set the scene for this story. Now, let's see. Make sure I got the right one set up. Do I? Yes, I do. Should be this one, right? Yes, it is. Okay, good. All right. You should be able to hear that too, Curly, if I'm correct. Some time has gone by, Curly. You, Thea, and Thois have ruled in Dustfall for quite some time now. Thea has grown into a young teenager. She's currently in her teenage years. And is currently now, well, I'd say roughly about 12 to 13 years old. Time when you were, roughly about when the time when you were taken away. As you are sitting there, the city has thrived and grown. The statue of the wolf has been made cleared. It has been put next to an image of your father. You see a statue of your mother and your father in wolf form. And you and Thois standing behind them. A family dedicated to the cause of the Druidic ways. The art of nature, the art of the Druidic ways, is something that you wanted to ensure that would never die or ever be taken away from anyone ever again. Some of the processes that you have established has been to start learning Druidic circle ways and the prayers at an early age, to ensure that it continues. This was to make sure that people who ever tried to cause any harm to any young druid in your realm would never do what Madrur did to you again. Knowledge of nature, knowledge of the Druidic ways, knowledge of who the Druids were, was something that you wanted to ensure would continue for the rest of time. A statue of a wolf constructed on top of the hilltop due east of your circle, of a wolf carved out of white stone, points towards the sky. In a way, during the nighttime, as the sun sets and the moon rises, the wolf howls in the night as a silhouette. Which, for those of you who are watching, that's actually the logo. Wink, wink. As a constant reminder to your people, to your realm, to your kingdom, that this is a place that you can be safe, a place you can call home, a place where you feel like you are truly connected with nature. The town is continually being rebuilt. The town is continually growing. A burden is now put upon your shoulder, but you have your daughter. And you have your husband. Your husband, Thois, has relied on you to lead because it's who you are. It's who you're meant to be. He has always been nothing but a servant to look out for you, to care for you. And that's what his mission is to do. That's who he is. He has let you rule as supreme leader for the Druidic worlds of Dustfall. Axros, as the caretaker or as the steward of Carothia, comes in and visits the town pretty frequently, giving updates on the situations back in Carothia, giving the updates on what's going on and the direction that he's taken and the direction of what he's going to do to continually grow the town of Carothia and to continually grow the bond between Dustfall and Carothia, and most importantly, the Celestial Realm. Axros and Thea have gained a friendship, or have grown as a friendship beyond belief, to where she gets super excited every time he comes and visits, because Axros always brings a gift of something of the capital and of the ventures that he's been to. You see the smile on her face as Axros, you make your way into the town. And you walk in and you see Thea, Scarlet, and Thois walking in the direction. As you come, Axos, since you are here, riding on horseback, giving your update report on the continual growth of Carothia. And that's where we're going to begin. Axos, what would you like to do, sir? Okay. As you look, go ahead and do a perception check for me real quick, if you wouldn't mind. Advantage. I'd say an advantage because you're in a familiar place. You know, you've been in this spot a lot, so you definitely know a lot around this area. Okay. 18. Okay, perfect. No danger. Nothing. Coda. Yeah, you're right next to one right now. This one right here. Okay. Now, Thea, Scarlet, and Thois and Khaleesi are walking down the roadway right now. And they hear a very familiar sound of a sound of an instrument that they have not heard for quite some time. As you start to walk down, Thois and the Scarlet, Thois' hole in your hand, as Thea is just running in front, having fun. And all of a sudden, Khaleesi's head looks up. You and Thois look at each other, and Thois goes, "I recognize that sound." I'm pretty sure he is. There's only one man that knows how to play that instrument the right way. Stop. Stop. By all means. By all means, go ahead. She runs off. She loves him. You may. Go right ahead. Oh my gosh, you little jerk. Okay, well, she doesn't see you. I'm gonna say, don't be mean there, mister. Okay. I mean, I guess you are teaching her a lesson, so. I was gonna say, Khaleesi's gonna find you. Go ahead. Okay, what do you want to do? 24? 24. Mr. Actros. That's fine. Okay. You see Khaleesi point towards the direction of a tree with her nose. Towards this direction right here. Okay. You hear your father yell towards your direction, and Scarlet, you kind of smirk and laugh because you know exactly what Voices means by this statement. Watch the shadows. Thea. Thea, I need you to roll a perception for me. It's a regular d20. 13. You see traces of him, but you don't see him. You're welcome, Max Rose. You owe me. As you're walking by, go ahead. Go ahead. Okay. Thoy starts to laugh. Yeah. She's gone back to the celestial realm to take care of some little side businesses before she comes back, and then has to head back up for a few. But she's in the celestial realm right now. Axros. Yeah, I was gonna say they're walking up. Well, they're walking over to you. So you guys probably pretty much meet like right here. Thea, as you are on Axros' shoulder, you look over and you see the statue of your father and your mother and your grandparents beside you. And as you think back, wishing you could see your grandparents, you look over and you see this statue, and you look and see, you think back to the stuff that they had to go through. Oh, jeez, I rolled a nat 20 for this. Okay, all right. I need you to roll a insight roll for me. I was not planning to roll a nat 20 for Thea. Thea. Yep, I need you to roll a D20 for me. Okay. All right. As you go through this, you're sitting on Axros' shoulders. The conversation between Axros and Thois begins, and Scarlet, both your parents, Thea, introduce, say hi and say how things are. It's good to see you again, Axros. I'm glad. I hope things are well. And this conversation that you hear is going on between your parents and Axros as you sit on your parents' shoulders, or on your Axros' shoulders. All of a sudden, the sounds just dissipate from your mind. You think back to everything that their parents went through. You think back to everything that they had to go through to preserve your home, to preserve the kingdom. The turmoil that your mother had to go through. The turmoil that your father had to go through. It weighs heavy on your heart. And you slowly start to kind of grip Axros' neck a little bit tighter, and you rest your head on his head. Axros, you feel this. I need you to roll a perception check for me, or a insight check for me. And go and do it with advantage. Yeah, go and do it with advantage. Yeah, I was going to do that. There we go. Much better. All right. As you are sitting here, you think to yourself, she's gripping me a little bit heavier, a little bit more tighter. You can tell that there's something on her mind. As you look up, you see her looking at a statue. And she's just looking at the statue of her parents and her grandparents. And you realize the scars that were caused by the events that has happened in the past are still there. Even though she was young, she still remembers. What news do you have, Axros? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. The statues are right here. Time doesn't heal. Time allows us to have those wounds scar, and we learn to cope. The scars will always be there. Thea. What your mother went through, what I went through, they'll always be there. Your voice looks down as you say this. Thinking back to the times where Axros knows that I wasn't there always. There's years I wasn't there. And Thea doesn't know that. They didn't know that until, 5 years later. She had to go through a lot on her own. And Thois just looks down. Thois just looks at you with a glare. Like, shut up. You haven't been told the full story. Walk with me. Axros, he kind of looks at you and kind of asks you to follow. You walk. Huh? No. No. Not at all. No. Alright. Thea, you have only been in this circle a couple of times. This time, Thois takes your hand as he stops through here at the entranceway. And he continues to walk through. As you walk out farther towards the other side, Scarlet, you see Thea, Axros, and Thois walk in to this circle. And you knew before you didn't want to bother Thea with what happened to her father here and before she was born, because you didn't want to have her feel that pain until she could understand everything fully. And Thois is walking into the circle, and you start to realize it's time to tell her the full story of what happened. Do you want to stay on the hilltop, or do you want to come down to the circle? Yeah. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Let me move you back. That's Khaleesi. There you go. You hear your father say begin. Scarlet, you hear from behind Axros, you hear the story. You haven't heard the full story of his side. You've heard versions of the story, but not this story. Thea, when I was young, I was not always of this world. But do you know why? Lois looks down, and on the ground there's a plaque that reads, "The last place," or essentially a plaque dedicated to Scarlet's father and mother, on the ground. He kneels down. Scarlet, you see this. He touches his hand to the plaque. "They took me in. That's how I met your mother. Learning the druidic ways. Learning from nature. As he gets up, he takes your hand. He walks over to the place, Scarlet. As he walks by, he looks at you. And there's a tear start to develop from his eyes. As he comes up to this wall, Axros, you just stand next to Scarlet. Okay. So he rests his hand on the spot where Thois died. trying to protect